kind at heart. And he is going to definitely, I can promise you, my final year students, BBA students, that this you are going to remember it forever, this class. Your friends who are missing this class, definitely they are going to miss out a very large amount of knowledge. Okay, he is going to share his knowledge, his experiences, and also about the local problems and how to take up our projects. If just it is told that you have to take up a project, how that you are going to look into a problem, how is that you are going to take up a project, how is that you are going to present it, and how can you do it specifically. Okay, now she will introduce him.
Good afternoon, one and all. Today I am going to introduce about Dr. D.P. Shashi Kumar. He is a scientist and he hails from a humble background with modest resources, and he always tried to make best use of it. Though initially he was not good at studies, slowly and steadily he started, and eventually it has made him what he is today. And he obtained number of degrees and as many with feathers in his hat. He worked as a scientist in Space Department for 2 decades and also served as a Deputy Director at Directorate General Security, Cabinet Secretariat, New Delhi before taking voluntary retirement in 2009. If continued without taking requirement, he would have reached many heights in Indian government, but he erupted against it as he always had an inner passion to teach and to show, and directionless use of today's generation. He started giving motivation lectures in various educational institutes throughout the length and breadth of India and abroad, and explained to youngsters the value of education and the value of knowledge. Thank you so much for coming, sir, and we were so inspired with your lecturing morning. Thank you so much.
Now you have a completely different angle.
We have a gentleman sitting here, he is sitting my third lecture, right?
BBA 1, that's now this is a
Third lecture. So somebody told me once when I was teaching in Vivekananda Kendra, Vivekananda Institute for Human Excellence in Hyderabad, where a lot of trainings are given, communication skill, personality development, power of positive thinking, and same person sitting 3 times, my same class. So when we teach communication first hour, we will give same lecture because audience are different, right? I cannot take them to the next level. What do I teach? Same level. When I said 3 times you attended my class, still you are not improved or what? There you have to pay money and attend. Why did you come? He was teaching about it. Anyway, his communication skill is zero, he is not listening to me. Then I have to, you are sitting to see whether I have changed or not. Anyway, you have never changed in your life. Correct? Morning he said same lecture, same topic. How do I change if you don't have question? So what should happen? If I have to go to some higher level, there has to be some higher level questions. Got it? So the response depends on the questions which you have. Luckily here I have got only one task. What is the task? BBA projects. That's what I was told. Is that you know what? How many students are BBA students? 3rd year. So you want projects to be done? No. If you want, tell me I'll do. I'm asking all of you. You should have an answer. Do you want projects? Say yes. Then only I can. You want projects? Yes, sir. Which is your subject? Marketing, finance, HR. What else is there? That's all? On the 3? Huh? Operations. Operations? What's operation? Operations. What is operation? Okay, you want to be on the manufacturing stage, production. So you want to be in the shop floor business. How things happen. Right? Is it? That's called shop floor. Any manufacturing. Have you learned about the great man who changed the manufacturing in the business? MBA. Whose example you will learn? The first person to change production system in the world. I'll give you one clue. Ambani. Who is in the vehicle manufacturing? Ford. Who said that? Wonderful. Give him a big clap. It's Ford who changed the manufacturing technology in the world. Because earlier there was no conveyor belt. Conveyor belt was not there. Everybody used to do spare part by spare part. He decided when you have to make a wheel. Those days wheel was like a bullock cart wheel. You have to get pieces, then connect them like a cycle. You make from the radial to the tube, you connections. So people will sit in the conveyor belt. First person will come. Next person will pick up another, keep it there. That moves. The next person will add something. By mistake, if somebody misses, that portion will be missed in the time. Nobody else can put the same mark, right? So he has to be full-time vigilant, no rest. Even if you are setting, you cannot keep your hand for this. That time is not given. So Ford believed that people should be put into continuous job. No idle time. 1 hour you work, then get out of the place. Take salary for 1 hour. No 8 hours job. Because 8 hours you cannot continuously work. If you go for food, find somebody else there, you go. When somebody else comes, you can go. Otherwise you have to be there. So this process was operational. Why I am saying is, when you do a job, any project work is not doing something, showing something. It is learning about that branch totally. Suppose you are processing, what you should do? Start from, that's called the literature survey. Every project should have one basic activity. Who started this first? Who are the masters? Which context? Now in this business, what process I can do? This is one example. There could be many such examples. That part is called a literature survey. You have to report, right? Write a report. You can copy from somewhere. Some library, something will be there, your seniors. All the job you can do. You will become a buffoon in your life. If you do genuinely, don't think about what others have done. Start from scratch. First, define your project. Identify what is the problem. Fine? But then find an example nearby places. It could be anything. It could be a building construction. You have a great building construction coming here, right? How many square feet? A great building is coming inside your campus. How many square feet? Eh? 2,000 square feet. Any normal house, 2-bedroom house is 2,000 square feet. Eh? 38. Wrong. I think chairman should come here and then blast all of you. You are not even concerned in your own house, something is happening, you are not worried about that process. And you want to learn process. Mahabhavi. See, this is where your interest. Got it? It's more than 8 lakh square feet. It's a large construction. That's a great process. Starting from planning until the day it inaugurates, right? You should do a project report saying that delay. Generally, when somebody starts a construction, there will be a big delay, right? Immediately you got a problem. Correct? How do you know this will delay? Because there is a time starting, time ending. Look at all the different buildings constructed here. When did they start? What are the problems they had? Or any other college nearby, you go and find out how much time they took. Where is the real problem? Is it material problem? What are the things which can stop material, man, different M? What are the different M's? Man, material, mission, money, methods, market. A lot of M's are. So you should see in the market whether material was available, whether it has come at the right time or not. Missions, there are a lot of mixing missions required. They will have to wait for a week probably sometime. Correct? So you got a problem? How simply I am getting problems. Same campus. Look at it's a large project. What is the budget for that project? That you are aware. So finance wise you are very good, not process wise. So many materials have to be. Do you think all the cement required they will store here? Why? To get spoiled, right? So the material management. So somebody can work on material management of the building. When to get, what to get, and do you think they want to make pit, right? For putting the base. Do you think they will make pit first? 100? Why? If they start making pitch 100, then somebody else will have to make the road connection and all that. So each expert they will have to get 400 people at the right time. But one pitch is made, you put the person the mason who does the other job. So there is a smooth flow of manpower. So your HR planning becomes easier. Manpower plan. So the process management is one. Process, program, project management is one which connects finance. Fund also has to come, 105 crores. All of a sudden 105 crores, they will give somebody. It has to go. He has to plan for this much money at this point of time. Next budget, this much time I will give you this much money. Subcontracting, everything has to be planned, right? So finance management, material management, manpower management, mission management, all that management which you are studying can be applied on a small project. It could be on a canteen, could be on a department, right? Making a department, making an academic institution. So the problems are same. Now I give one example where you can get a problem in your campus with one example which you have given. Right? Do you have teamwork or single? Did you make teams? Already you have teams? No? Yes or no? Answer, yeah. Did you make teams or not? Okay, whether you will work with that team or not, I don't care. Now how many students are there? BBA students, raise your hands. Good. How many MBA students are there? Okay, all the MBA students come on to stage. Run fast. Last person will get beaten up. 6, 5, 4. Run. Last person will get a real kick. Be very fast. Team 2. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. You can select your children from here. You are all the project gate masters. Start. Call by name. Call. Add them in your group. Add them. Give first chance for you. Fast. Here. Come on. Next. Call. One example of one project, right? Get into your municipality. Is it a municipality? Guntur is a city. You must be from Tenali, Guntur, somewhere neighboring area. I Identify problems in your locality. Identify business opportunity. What can be done to create a project? Understood? List out at least 10. You are 10 teams. At least 6 people together. If you can find 10 problems, today in half an hour we are going to list out 100 problems. Ready for that? Sit in groups and do it. This is your place. Go. Write down everyone. I don't want one leader to write. Everyone should write the problems. You have half an hour time. Fast. You could come to me for questions if you want. 10 is only an indicative number. You should not, because the whole group should write. I said it's not an individual activity. This team has written more than 10? Yes, sir. Why you did not write that? Yes, we have written. That should be the record. Am I asking to commas, double fellows or lively people? Now come on, which team want to write first? Come on. What you should do is clean the board, draw one line so that it becomes 1-2 part. Here also draw 1-2-3 part. So you get 5 different parts. Fine? Write down your problems. See that the other fellow what is written you will not repeat. Parallelly you can write. You understood? Let me see how do you manage. We get only 1 minute. And see that none of those problems you are going to repeat. So those who come and write first will get chance to write, rest of the people will not get. So you must be first to write. Clean it fast. Make a single line. Here, 8. Make a line so that partition the board. 8. See the center beta. Make 3 portions here, 2 portions there. So you want it to be lifted? Good enough, good enough. Only 2. Here 3. Instructions are not heard. I don't know how your teachers are teaching you how to listen. Right? Better? I need to write 20 points there. Don't fill. Small writings. Readable. One can take, yeah, here also 3.
Different problems or same problems?
Different problems. No repetition. You must see when he is writing, you will not repeat it. 3 points, 3 columns.
On that side 20 problems, this side 20 problems.
No. All together, whatever you have, you will write. But I am making you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Make 3 columns here.
Sir, we together they write.
You make 3 columns better. First listen. Make 3 columns. Hey, don't you have common sense? Can't you see the place and divide into 1/3, 1/3? Yeah, but I want a line, partition. Partition line. Good boy. He is a good boy. And now you remove that 1, 2, 3. I don't want that. That is for your understanding. Yeah. Now write down 1, 2, 1 point. You take another chalk and stay here. 3 people, 3 different chalk pieces. You understood? I don't want that. Yeah. Keep writing. Write your problem. Don't discuss. You write your problem. See what he writes. You take. Use slowly, better. Otherwise, you will fill the whole thing. Like a notebook. Don't stand in the center. That corner. Corner. Left extreme. Nobody writes in the center. Left extreme. Yeah. I want systematic. Good boy. That's it. The middle fellow is too big. I want small. Don't write that big. If there is a repetition, you will get beaten up from the back. Tissue. You are not writing your note, you are writing on the board. Hey, center wala. You are not writing note. Yeah, take the chalk from him. Transportation, water problems, street bills. Street dogs are okay. Ill health, crime, so many problems, yeah. Okay, stop. Good enough. Stop. Go. Next, which group? Good. Give them a big clap. 1 and 6th one. Yeah. Good. Well done.
She also remembers.
Hey, somebody has to keep it here. Both roads are gone now. Right? See, your own group. This is how I am testing whether you work together.
Sir, that is Guntur and this is Tenali. So we have written according to the plane.
No. We will find problems first. Then say that your problem in Tenali is problem in Guntur, problem in India, problem in the world. Tenali another world, Guntur another world. Good, chalo. Well done. See how many problems, huh? Good, lot of problems you got.
Heavy traffic problems. Higher education,
Good, no?
educational
Got
institutes.
lot of problems.
Traffic management. Traffic again is there in 3 places. Hospitals is there in 2 places. Education institutes 2 places.
All of you write down all the problems. All of you should have 100 problems with you. Copy it. Whatever you don't have, when others write, you start copying. You are from different part of Guntur, Tenali area, right? Assume this is the area where you are spread from the stage up to this place, right? Look at locally, go and make a cluster. Assume this is Vignan University, you are in Tenali. Which direction is Tenali? So go Tenali there. Guntur people should go over. Yeah. Maybe some other small village place. Try to settle. I don't want more. Now there are 40 people. I don't want more than 4 in a group. Right? Your village, local people together. Make separate groups. So now region wise. Do fast. Your own neighbors. How do you go and ask people about the details? Anyway, for any of these, one of the requirement is you have to meet people. Correct? And they will tell you a lot of problems. Anyway, when you are meeting a lot of people, you will ask questions. Normally contact number, their name. This is where I was having a good idea of making money for MBA students. All of you want to make money now, sir? You want? Yeah. Earlier we had telephone directory. Right? Today, if somebody wants to know, they can Google and find out where are the restaurants. But do you know how much percentage of Indian community still use it for a city like Guntur? They will still ask people. Correct? Their ability to find out through Google Map which is the best restaurant or maybe which is the hair cutting salon, where you will get mutton, where you will get chicken. All that is not available as a directly. Don't you think you have a lot of Guntur people? Now 20 of your students work for 1 month. Don't you think you cannot make a telephone directory for your Guntur city? Tenali city? Assume you make a telephone directory. Now you are all not that much interested. I will tell you how to make it interesting. When you make a telephone directory, generally, if it is written with a bigger font, normal little more advertisement, you can charge them a lot. One restaurant gives advertisement, another 20 restaurants will give you same advertisement. This we did during our MBA students project work, because you have to go to city anyway, do a lot of survey. One of the method was collect the information, make a directory also value. One of the byproduct of the project was local telephone directory. Every student was given stipend during that. Your local expenditure, everything will be taken care of. And lot of advertisement came. That was not actually the aim. My aim was my children must be able to go and talk to different people. So you are going to different business establishments, supermarkets, furniture shops, hospitals, restaurants, and also government offices. Maybe you will go to police station, talk to the chief of police to get a message from him. If 4 students go and talk to him, you get a contact with him. You get his contact number, you know him, right? After that, what happened was, out of my 60 children, 23 of them got immediate job. The Muthoot group of financing company was starting different branches during that time. So my children went and canvassed the Muthoot advertisement. Seeing the way they were canvassing for advertisement, the manager himself was very much impressed. He said, why can't you join my company and canvass for my company? So they got marketing job. So one of the methods to make you interact with people, do a real-time job on the ground. You don't have to hunt for job outside the small world, it's a big world. Don't think that there are no job opportunities here. Start here. I am 100% sure as a student, you have a lot of leisure time. Yes or no? Every day you have leisure time. Saturday, Sundays you have. And then you have a lot of holidays coming now. You will spend useless doing nothing. Now when you have such a project, definitely you will start preparing for that. Your time can be really made useful. Take up these problems so that you have some reason to go. And you also say that we are also creating a directory. That's not your main aim. But then you have a reason. Anyway, you are collecting a lot of information. Right? Who will give you a lot of suggestions? Generally people who involve in society. They will be either doing business or employed in some places. When you get a tag, an employee here, working somewhere, get his contact, go to his shop, do an advertisement for him. So you already know him. You have a contact. That's how the rapport contact is created. By 3 months you can know maybe more than 1,000 people in your city. Out of which at least 50 of them will be probable possible employers for you. Got it? This is how you get into market. So if that is why I want the local groups, so that evening you can don't go alone. You will have your own group. And now assume that you decide, maybe all of you sit together and say that we are going to make a directory, advertisement pattern is this much. Assume 10,000 rupees advertisement if somebody is collecting, 3,000 rupees is commission for you. So there will be a lot of competition. I'm sure you will make a nice directory with a lot of things. This is a small idea. I'm not saying this you have to do it. Like what I said on the building. I'm not asking you to do that project. Only giving an example. Now this is idea. So what is governing in the world today is ideas. So today you have such group of people. I'm sure after this program, after your BBA is over, only very few may join MBA here. Your group will be lost. You will not have contacts and connections. But I'm sure if you start working together as a group, you will yourself find out what are the job opportunities where you can start your own business. Which business is more better? Because you are doing a market survey on it, right? And identifying problems is not any project. Every project should suggest a solution for problems. So don't say there is traffic jam. No, that's not your job. Take a Google map, plan the whole thing, and say that if the traffic goes like this, see, this route is made one way, the other route is made one way, then the whole market can be covered by people. There will not be no. Police may be doing, but that doesn't mean that's a solution. You are the local person in the job. You could suggest that, take it to traffic police and see whether this is acceptable to the norm. It is not acceptable, change that. Where the parking slot has to be allotted. The drainage, you must understand where the drainage has to go. You must see the way the rivers are maintained here. When we say drainage, you should also see where the drainage goes and joins, right? If you are very good, you can suggest a lot of good problems. I remember one of my students who did a BTech in agriculture in a IIT. He was trying for MIT, he couldn't get because his project was not great. And they asked him, do a hospital, somewhere acts in hospital healthcare. He did a project there. He was a bus conductor when I met him in Delhi. And his intention was to do some higher studies. So I persuaded him. And now, after BTech, he wanted to go for MTech. His language skill was bad. Said the best method to improve your language skill is go to market and talk to people. He did that. He did a hospital patients attending time from the gate until the time they reach the doctor. How much time delay is there? That was his project. And he also did some hospital administration problems and all that. He got into MTech. He was doing MTech parallelly. He gave a project to government. He's in Orissa. He got nearly 35 lakhs projects as the first funding from the government. So that small problem can give a big money for it. There are a lot of government agencies who are ready to fund. I was traveling yesterday to some of the villages. I was telling the character is really a brilliant character. He can get a lot of central government fund for developing the areas. We were looking at the craft of your native where nothing much is done. No cooperative society activities, everybody is doing their own business. Sure, there are a lot of opportunity for small scale industries to be put higher. You should not just do the problem here. When you look at it, you will learn what is done in different part of the other country. That's how the project has to be written. That's called literature survey. Right? I don't know how many of you attended the TEDx lecture. Anyone? One auto rickshaw fellow was a chief speaker here. Have you heard of this? Another. Just because he changed his normal style of auto rickshaw into a hi-fi auto rickshaw. Because whoever goes there, he has got a fridge, he has got a newspaper, he has got a lot of magazines, he has got Wi-Fi connection, he has got mobile charger, he has got so many other, all the payments in the every sort of banking mechanisms. Now, a small change, that means you are investing little money for changing. You can do a lot of things. There is Honeybee Network, National Innovation Foundation. These are all people who really fund the whole program. But only thing you have to prove that something can be done as a solution. So any of these problems if you take, there is a lot of scope for doing projects. Done? Your own campus I gave you some Examples. Look at your own senior. How many batches of MBA have passed out from here? You know, many, right? What are they doing? When you say higher education problem, that's one of the biggest problem. Are they really getting employment with their MBA is a big question. If it is not, it's a waste of money. Many families are spending a lot of money for educating and it's not being productive. You should recommend that MBA department should be closed. That can be your recommendation. Or you should say that this is not the way to be done. Or you should say those who are specialized in finance, they are getting good job. Marketing, they are getting good job. HR, they are which subject they are getting good job. Or maybe you should say with their BTech background, they are getting job. Those who are not having BTech, they are not getting job. Or with the language skill, they are getting job. Do some survey. Higher education is a very large area. If not your own subject, you can look at maybe biotech or BTech informatics. What are they doing after this? Get the addresses of people. I am sure it is neighboring villages. That's a great input for the academic institution or also for the government. Got it? So there are a lot of opportunities. And where are the opportunities? That hunting also can be there. Now, how many of you are interested in share business? I don't know how many of you look at the online share market learning softwares are there. I am not asking you to investment. It's only fun like a video game. There are games there. When you look at the newspaper every day, imagine you have 10 lakhs of rupees. Imagine you can have even imagine 1 crore, right? Imagine the highest. See that you are distributing your money into 10 different companies. That's how you should learn. Practically you should learn. That can be a great project. You know why? From today, January 1st onwards, you start analyzing all the newspaper and reinvest in different companies. Your first 5 companies where you invested, second day when you are seeing share is down. What do you do? Withdraw the money, put another column. Withdraw the money, invest in some other company. Keep on changing it for 1 month and see how much is your balance now. Whether did you earn money or lost money. Do this for 3 months. Then you can tell which company in the last 3 months have grown, which company is profitable. If you can learn this and then you know you have made from 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs, 100% sure you can be a good share market advisor. Many people get into the job of share market advising without doing this exercise. That's why they fail in business. You want to get job in Geojit company or some other company where they do the share marketing. You show them, this is what I have done last 3 months. That can be a great project. And that project will give you a job straight away. Otherwise you can start yourself consulting away. Little money. Somewhere you can start. There are a lot of opportunities. But what you should have is attitude. What you can improve is skill. Opportunity we have seen. Problems we have seen. Places also we can. Okay, this is what I want to tell you. If we could have sat together and then made the problem definition and all that, but I am leaving it to you because you can do it. Take help from some of the faculties of senior students. Start doing it from today. Don't say that no, we have time. Maybe I have seen a lot of project reports being submitted. When we go for a review, we have seen somebody copies from somewhere. Only the names are changed. You can submit and get something, but you will not be satisfied that I have done a good job. That's what is to be done. Okay? So I leave it at this stage, and if you have some questions, probably I could answer. Come on. Or anything you want me to speak, I could speak. Or anything you want to know about me, you could ask me questions. You want to ask something to Anusha? You don't want? I spoke about Anusha, right? Yeah. You don't want to ask anything to her? If you have something, you should ask. Come on.
What?
That's why many people are not getting into themselves. If you have patience, prepare thoroughly for 2-3 years, you can make it. Yeah.
So when I was joining here, I go to the course of my university. They stated that there is a business analytics specialization is there. But I don't know that there is no specialization in business analytics.
Okay.
No,
I was
sir.
told it is given.
No, sir. It's not there, sir.
Business analytics.
So when I Googled about business analytics, students who have mathematical background or BTech background or have scope in business analytics or like data management, these are the topics. How to do business
What is the
analytics?
basic graduation?
Commerce.
Yeah. Slightly difficult, but you can make it. I remember long back I was giving seminar on data mining for electronics and computer science students in BTech college. When I became an MBA professor, I decided to give business analytics, predictive analysis, all these are specialization. One problem was there was no teachers who can teach us. The reason is many MBA programs they did not take it up. During MBA, if you study, then when you become teacher, you can tell your children, I will teach, right? Then what did I do? I don't know. Maybe a blog will be there from me during my teaching profile time. I called it as fractals. Every subject in the MBA, 1 week training program for children. Fractals. Fractal means fractal. That's a mathematical word. Look very close, you will get more details. That's what it means. So what did I do? I picked up all the subjects. There are 40 subjects listed in MBA, optionals, by many of the universities. Every subject I explained. This is that subject, which means this. These are the specializations. This will be advantage. I'm sure little mathematics is not first, statistics is first. You are learning SPSS software.
Somebody who SPSS, sir, not all, everyone.
Yeah. If you know little SPSS software, that aptitude is good enough to understand the business analytics softwares. That's it. So what will happen? It will predict what is going to happen tomorrow. Business predictions, business analytics, which require a lot of large data analysis. She is a specialist in large data analysis. Her MS is in that subject. One of the best paid job in the world would be that today.
Data scientist.
Data scientist. They are called data scientist. So that would be a business data, right? So why it is not given in the university? The problem is not because there are no good teachers who can teach us. Number one. Number two, in a university setup, when you have to teach only one student, 2 students are opting, very difficult to make the timetable. So I said, 20 children are there, I will come and teach it. 3 times or 4 times, weekends are good enough to teach your whole syllabus. I tell you. That's good. That's all what your syllabus is. Any subject in your MBA, when I was a professor, I never had my timetable, there is no Dr. T.P. Shashikumar's class. As an HOD, I never taught. Everybody had complained, all the faculty, why your name is not in the timetable. Imagine one of the faculty's name is not in the timetable, all others have to teach. HOD says, I will not teach. So I never taught. But you know what I did? Whichever teacher is absent, on that day I will go to that class, wherever they stopped, from there I will teach. That's what I did. So I was a substitute teacher for all the classes, and most of the days I had 6 hours class. Not in MBA department alone. I used to teach mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electronics, electrical engineering. Most of the subjects I used to teach. Because all of them have got something or other to do with management and science. I am basically a scientist, so my subject is mathematics. And my PhD is in fluid mechanics. And I worked in optics and physics for 20 years in the Department of Space. So teaching any subject is not a big problem. And management is something which I can do just like that. Because I did that. I was telling there is another big scope today is the HR analytics. How the human resource will be useful for the next decade to come. Right? I was heading one of the units in ISRO. I was part of that heading. That was called Program Planning and Project Management. I was talking about the program, project management. These are all part of the same subject, calling in different names, which also require analytics. So what is analytics? Take the statistics, predict what is going to happen tomorrow. Which business will flourish? Which product will flourish? Which stream I have to invest my money? And there are a lot of other same subjects in social science. When they use it becomes geopolitical science. According to the world, what will happen to this country tomorrow? It's all predictions. Right? There is a department called the Future Studies Department. One of my friends who was taken mathematics along with me is the head of the department of Future Studies Department in Kerala University. The predictions are every activity in the world. What will happen to nuclear science? What will happen to solar systems? What will happen to geothermal energy in terms of energy? How much pollution could be there? Tomorrow what is going to happen in the political scenario? Every political party has got an analytic person inside it. Every political party has to plan something for tomorrow, right? So they keep a lot of business analytic people, a lot of HR analytics people. So that's a big subject to be learned. If you are not deprived of learning, you are really interested, don't worry about what course you are doing. This is a certificate program. Somebody will give you certificate, somebody will teach you for that. Are you really interested? Then look at edX, Coursera. These are all open university programs in the world. Once you subscribe every day, you will get a message. I'm sure I have got a lot of messages today and yesterday. What is to be done? They will tell you what subjects you can study free of cost, no program, no money is charged. Many of the universities, some universities is that, including MIT will give you free programs. So you can say, I passed MIT this certificate program. You are also an MIT student by that. You can do up to PhD with a little payment of money in some universities. Take subjects, business analytics, I want to study. They will give you all materials, examination they will conduct, they will also certify you. For getting the graded certificate, you will have to pay little money. Knowledge, almost free, most of them. Certification, you will have to pay. Suppose you get 3 certificates from business analytics. After your MBA, take all the 3 certificates from main different university, apply for an MS abroad, they will take it with full fellowship. But you have to show that I have interest in this subject for last 3 years. What I did, I studied this from this university, this from this. You cannot just tell after MBA I am interested. What did you do? Nothing I did.
Even after reaching there, actually they have interviews in the subjects.
In the subject, they will ask you questions. Right? But how did you get the knowledge today? Don't worry about what you get here. A lot of websites available, a lot of books available, a lot of free softwares where you can practice. Use all. Your all time which you are spending on internet, use it for good purpose. It's not very costly. Right? Little money probably for certification. That's it. Good question. Good point. Yeah. I think probably you will get HR analytics option if you have to.
What are the universities? What are the universities?
University? The last one I was saying. Where? Abroad. In India? No, India generally no edX, no Coursera programs are run by India. There are only open.
IIM and
IIM and IAS is also running few courses.
ISB and
Yeah.
IIM, that's it.
But they are not very great demand and not of great quality. When you are doing online, don't worry about India and Guntur. It's anyway online, right? Why do you worry it is in Hyderabad or Bangalore or in San Francisco? You don't have to worry because you don't have to go there anyway. Material is one and the same, lectures are good. Listen. You want to improve your English, listen to such good lectures. I've seen some of the study materials and writing or the classes from these Indian universities, not very great standards of that. That's why not great teachers.
So how about the universities in abroad?
Abroad there are many, most of the best universities. Okay, the edX is only a platform, like a software. They are not giving, they are picking up from maybe Stanford is there, Cambridge is there, MIT is there, London, Harvard is there. Every best university is also there. There are many other universities also. You could also register for multiple courses, not one. You register for one, register for another one, 2, 3, 1, because there is no charge anyway. Only when you complete your course, they will not ask you what's your qualification, what you are doing, nothing. Anybody can do it. And it could be any subject in the world, not necessarily management. They will not, you want to learn biology, you can learn biology. They will not ask you whether you have a biology background or not. The question of whether you have mathematics or not, they will not ask you. If you can study, then study, that's it. Right? You can learn theology, you can learn. I remember my son wanted a project in geographic information systems in one of the best company. They said, no, you have no knowledge. So he did a program online. You must have done many programs. Many programs are being done.
So what is the process?
Process is go and log in, look at which subject you want, register, click, that's it. Then they'll ask you few details. You start downloading the study material. Give an exam after whatever time they say. It depends on which course and what. They may give you assignments, you will have to answer and send it. All that is process. Yeah. There are many platforms. One is Coursera, one is edX. Anything more?
New universities.
Where?
NPT.
NPT. What is that?
Online courses.
That's a national one. Indian.
Indian. Mainly Coursera is good.
Coursera is one of the best. They all link to the same. Same for us. ED, Education X, edX. edX, Coursera. These are the two ones which generally I look at. Yeah. Discuss each other and find out what you can ask me. Discuss each other to find out what you can ask me. Sometimes you will not get the idea. You don't know whether this question is good or worth asking or not. You will discuss with your friends, yeah, it's okay, I can ask you. It's very pathetic that you don't have the habit of asking questions. You have something to ask? Such is the teacher. Take down the title topic, go to library. Sometimes I will not be able to even read the title. Because it used to be such tough subject. When I joined for master's program, I never know what's the highest topics which they speak. I used to go and ask which subject this is. And librarian will ask, I will ask him, which book will tell this subject. And then go to the library, take that book, read everything, and sit in the front. You know why? I must ask a lot of questions so that you should say, I don't know. That's my aim. I keep on asking questions and I made most of the people to say, I don't know. I was a very tough student. And I remember after some time it so happened, the speaker knows that there is one Shashi Kumar, you are being in trouble. So they will tell me had an Indian coffee house. The canteen was Indian coffee house. They will sell the advance itself, Shashkumar, after this Indian coffee house, whatever food you want, don't ask questions, please. So I was given special party after every class lecture. Because I was a very, very enthusiastic student. Keep on asking questions. That's how I learned. That's how I know most of the subjects. Today I say that I can speak on most of the subjects because I learned. How do I learn? Asking questions. I had 8th grade children who are all non-communicative. They can't even speak a single sentence in Malayalam. From a small remote village, I picked up 90 of them. I only taught one thing in their life: how to ask questions. In 1 year, they become international level students. All the teachers, all the parents, they said these children will never improve, they will fail in 10th class. Out of 90 children, 37 of them passed in A plus in 10th and A plus in 12th. 6 of them got fellowships for doing masters. 17 of them passed B.Tech in Bangalore from a small village from Kerala. Only one topic which I taught them is how to ask questions. And that made them to ask questions to anyone in the world. I used to take them, I took them to Goa and allow them to go to the seashore, find out some foreigner, ask a lot of questions. What's your name? Where are you from? How did you do? When did you come? What are you doing? Write down all this. Evening they have to show me. Whole half day they are in the seashore, they learn English. Because when you ask questions to the people without even knowing English, they have courage to ask. That's good enough. So you should have courage to ask questions. That's what a good student is made of. Lot of questions. So don't leave chance of asking questions in your life. You lost it today. We listed out, these are all problems written by children. We made into groups. Okay, we had MBA and BBA mixed together. Some groups were managed to make. And they listed out. Then I divided them in the area wise. Guntur, there are 4 or 5 groups. Tenari, there are some groups. So those people can identify these problems in their local area. And they can start solving. That could be one of the methods for distributing. All of them have. I think all of you have written most of the problems, right?
All these topics are written. You have a software.
Yeah? I didn't get it. Scope of? I told you, in the whole business scenario, I think before lunch also I said, in every business, there are 4 quadrants. One is self-employment, one is employing people around you, that becomes a business for you, and the third one is open this business to the share outside world for money. Then the another last one is finance. Don't do any job, keep giving money. Interest money will come to you. One of the best business, not even today in the whole world, every time is finance business. Right? That is why banks are making a lot of money. Small corporate banks, not corporate banks, cooperative banks. In small area, the other day I was attending one of the program, 100 years of banking in one of the bank. They make 50 crores of rupees per year. The profit alone, you can imagine. A small place, they have a lot of money. Because people have a lot of money today. They don't know where to invest. That's the biggest problem. Okay, so finance management is one of the best. Anything to do with funding, money, finance, you will earn a lot of money. Okay? Good enough? He is the person whom we studied together in same class.
It's a part-time program, faculty development in world-class manufacturing. We are together in the IP. Yes, I was telling, for the well-being of the democracy also, one should have a questioning attitude. Whether somebody is going to do or not, you should have a questioning attitude in the right manner, so that a bad politician will also think twice in making some promise. Right? Most of the modern society people, what they are doing is, you buck my back, I buck your back.
నువ్వు నన్ను అడగద్దు, నేను నిన్ను అడగద్దు, ఇద్దరం ప్రశాంతంగా ఉందాం. Then democracy is going to die one day. You have that questioning, right questioning attitude, try to get the good answer, and then you will be enlightened. Right? You should practice that. And most of the time the children, SR was telling, the enthusiastic children, they keep on asking questions. Our elders used to say, this man will become great. Yes, that is happened, it is experimented and happened also. Right? Don't try to be passive. Most of the classrooms, what we observe is you people are passive. Don't be passive. Be active. Okay. Thank you for taking a lot of pleasure. He came for some TED Talks on that 5th. He was here another 2 days on our request. He is a busy person. Thank you for accepting our request and conducting this whole day program. A successful and interesting program you have conducted.
Sir, thank you will be a very small word if I say that. Really, I bow to you for your 2 days of time you have spent for us. You enjoyed, we enjoyed, but unfortunately I was not there. I planned my whole day to be here, but there was an issue in the department. And students, you have to give feedback.
One from MBA, one from BBA.
Others can give feedback, no problem. You have given already. You have given. No, let him. He will give. Get up. Get up first. Yeah. About the class. What did you learn?
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to thank you, sir. And we have, and you said about all the techniques, how to manage in the management, and how to study in our how to study and how to manage and how to manage ourselves to do the work. Thank you, sir.
That is what you have learned.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a very insightful session and it's a mentally energizing session because you have shown us what is the ground realities of society, how to do a project and how to identify the problems in the society, and how to approach the people and how to communicate, how to ask questions, what are the areas we should be aware of inside the society, and lot of remarks you have taught us how to move on in our life. So what I personally think is it's a mentally energizing session, sir. It's very interactive and quite productive, sir. Thank you very much for your work, sir.
Good. One from MBA, one from BBA.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here, sir. It was a very enlightening session here. In the morning also, you have discussed so many topics which have personally made us clear about so many perspectives, and also educationally you have guided us in so many ways. We'll put that into work and we'll ask you for guidance if needed. We'll be in contact and please do help us in the way.
You have my number?
Yes, sir.
What's my number?
BBA guys.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this afternoon session. Today I learned that freedom of learning, because everyone will think that after BBA, MBA, and jobs are related to MBA, and everything knowledge. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this message.
Thank you, boys and girls. We can have a group snap, sir. Stand here. All the students, you can come here. We can have a group.